Hey, good morning, everybody. What's today? Happy Wednesday. I wanted to get this video out quickly as this kind of news is breaking and videos starting to float around the internet because I got to work today and I'm not going to have time to do anything else with this. And so anyway, the NFL yesterday sent and they do this after the weekend's games. They do this every week. They send a memo to all 32 NFL teams and they hit some high points from the weekend, like officiating things, explain things. Well, this time they took that opportunity to focus 100% in their memo on the process of reporting and how a player should go about reporting to the official that they are an eligible receiver. And this is totally related to, the Cowboys Detroit game this weekend, the whole 2-point conversion controversy and what happened there. And honestly, and I'm going to include a link to a video that shares the video that the NFL shared with all the teams. They doubled down on their stance, their take on, that number 70 declared himself eligible. And quite honestly, they provided proof that number 70 did declare himself eligible, which completely destroys Dan Campbell's narrative, the Lions narrative, the national media narrative that the Lions got screwed. So please, please, please go watch the video that I'm going to link in the description. And you can make your own call. So in the video that the NFL shared, they walk all teams through the process that a player should use to declare himself eligible. And what you're doing when you declare yourself eligible, you have an ineligible number and you are wiping that number away and declaring, hey, I am now an eligible receiver, because number 50 through 79 are ineligible receivers. And in doing so, you have to line up in an eligible receiving position. All right, so I'll get to that because that's the key here. So they describe that a player needs to come out and engage with the official and do two things. They have to say, and this is to guarantee that the official recognizes that you're eligible, right? This is the guarantee, signed, sealed, delivered, right? You get the official and you say, hey, I'm eligible. I'm an eligible receiver. And so it's verbal, and they said it's physical. And the physical is the swiping of the jersey, which is meant to say, I'm wiping away my ineligible number and I am now an eligible receiver. And then part 3, which I don't know if they say it in the video, but they damn sure articulate it in other ways, is you have to line up in an eligible position. So the key here, the NFL then goes on to share footage from the Cowboys-Lions game. And what they do is they show video from previously in the game when number 70, Dan Skipper, I think his name is Dan Skipper, when number 70, and this is what the NFL had stated, like in the pool report, they stated this. It shows number 70, Dan Skipper, running onto the field. He checks in as he runs onto the field. He's got his right hand up. Look at me. He's swiping his chest. I'm eligible. And then he runs into the formation. The communication between him and the official is kind of organic and happens kind of quickly. They don't really get very close and have a conversation. But again, hand up, swiping his chest. All right. Earlier in the game, that is not on the 2-point conversion. So then the NFL fast forwards to the 2-point conversion, and they again show Skipper running onto the field. And as Skipper runs onto the field, and you see it, you've seen it in the replay because it catches the official's attention. As he runs onto the field, just like he did earlier in the game, what's Skipper doing? He's got his right hand up, and he's swiping his jersey. So you can say whatever you want about 68. Maybe 68 did verbally tell the official that he was eligible, and that's fine. The officials say that he didn't. But what did happen, without a shadow of a doubt, is number 70, I'm eligible. You can see it very clear in the video that I'm going to link. The problem there, right? So what's the problem? Well, the problem is number 70 then proceeds to line up, initially uncovered, but as they go into motion, he's then covered up, and makes himself ineligible because he is covered up by another player. So it was an illegal formation. Now, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like, it's very clear. He does this earlier, I'm eligible. He does it later, I'm eligible. Whether he did it the second time intentionally or not, I don't know. Maybe he had run onto the field and that's just it. Hey, when I come out, I'm an eligible receiver, or I have to do this. And maybe he just did it out of habit. I don't know. But what I do know is that Dan Campbell stated, hey, we walked the officials through this play, every piece of this play, showed them everything. And, I'm mad. Well, what you didn't walk them through was was Skipper making himself eligible. So the officials didn't screw up. The Cowboys didn't screw up. Maybe Dan Campbell didn't screw up because he explained everything. Skipper screwed up. So the person that Dan Campbell should have been furious at, and maybe that's why he didn't have a whole lot to say about this later in the week, was number 70, because he is the one that screwed the entire play up for everyone. When 70 declared himself eligible, and then they lined up in the formation that they lined up in, it was over. Game over. Like, not game over. They had 2 more chances to score. But he declared himself eligible. The other thing I wanted to say about this is, the national media, Lions fans, whatever, I get it. The national media, Lions fans, Dan Campbell, all just knee-jerked on this and attacked the NFL and the officials. And, they owe us an apology. They need to make this feel better. All they need to say was they messed up. They just need to say they messed up. Well, you know what? After watching this, after seeing this and waiting for the cake to bake, waiting for everything to come together, the national media owes that particular official, because everything you see falls exactly into the way he described it. They owe that official and the officials in that game who still screwed up other plays, by the way, they owe them an apology because the NFL, they doubled down on this and they clearly outlined that the officials got it right. And maybe it was a mind-numbingly genius play that Dan Campbell drew up, and it did work to perfection. But the only problem was 70 declared himself eligible. And that is who the officials announced to the Cowboys, to the entire stadium, and essentially to the entire world was eligible prior to the play. So, no one was planning on guarding 68. And again, by 70 declaring himself eligible and then lining up the way they did, it was an illegal formation. I really encourage you to go watch the video. I wish I had more time and I could play the video and point out exactly what I'm saying, but do your due diligence. Go watch this video and decide for yourself. You know, decide for yourself, but it's clear. It's clear that, you know, this is me saying I'm eligible, and he does it again on the 2-point conversion. Anyhow, appreciate y'all watching. Have a great day.